April 4th, 2026. Guys, Comet Maps is now behind the sun, or it has impacted the sun. We don't have any frames further than this point you're about to see. Again, we're looking at two cameras from the same satellite. Here, 30 million mile wide field of view, 5.5 million miles on the red camera, LASCO C2. What you're seeing there is the comet's diving behind the arm of this disk. That disk is like holding your hand up to the sun so you can see around it. And the arm is that blue image, or that blue dark section right through there. Notice it's diving behind that, but at any moment we're going to see some result. And what you want to do is pay attention to your timestamp. We're going to go into the 4th, and then you'll see it change, and that'll tell you right there that we don't have any further images. It jumped back to the beginning of the video. You can see that twist. Now, again, the thing is moving fast, and if you were to draw a line via this path, and you could pretty much use that comet tail because it's headed directly to the sun, and that indicates the opposite direction of the solar wind. Draw a line through there. It's going to be a very close call. Check that out again, diving behind the arm right there just before it does it. So again, these frames, sometimes you'll look, they'll be 15, 14 minutes apart. Sometimes there'll be skips, and sometimes you've seen hours go by without anything. But it won't be long now. It's there, and it's going to be interesting to see. I remember, again, November 2013, watching ISUN do this. ISUN was a little bigger. It's coming in from the opposite direction, and we did the same thing. There were two different opinions. It would hit the sun, or it would miss it and disintegrate into a million pieces because of that G-force. I was on that side of it, and that's exactly what happened. So it was a few hours before we got information from this point on ISUN, and then you had a very huge V-shaped debris field. But notice your timestamp. What you're seeing, the explosion after it goes here, is actually the video starting over right there. But here, close up, going to LASCO C2, and I'm just repeating it with just a few frames from each satellite. Again, this is long term because of the width of the field of view. Going behind the disk arm there, then it starts over. I just wanted to come in and show you this, guys. It's very interesting to me. It's really one of the two topics that we started this channel on many years ago. BP oil spill, the Bayou corn sinkhole, and the comets at that time. Anyway, we're watching it. It will be interesting to see. Remember, it's indicated by the JPL models to do almost a hair turn, if not more than a hair turn, and come right back this way, right above the incoming path. Again, watch that go behind the arm, and that's going to be a close call, very close. If it doesn't hit the sun, that should tear this thing into what I call multiple nuclei. Now, when ISUN came behind the sun, and as it was approaching for days out, I was looking at these, and I would get the images available from different satellites and enhance them and bring out the bright spots, and that's why I knew it would disintegrate, because I had what was called multiple nuclei showing up on the images. And that is, instead of one nucleus, it had already disintegrated into multiple pieces that were holding to a very tight pattern. And with the glow of the coma, you could not tell it unless you dug deep into it and saw that it was multiple fragments. And so I knew that it was, again, it was projected to go very close to the sun. Scientists said they thought it would hit it, but it was big enough to where that could have been a very disastrous event for the entire inner solar system. But it didn't. The G-force of this fast turn tore it into billions of pieces. I think that V was about 20 million miles wide by the time it exited the screen. It was very large. But guys, we're watching it. You watch it. As soon as we get some images of whatever happens, I'll get them up. It's a heads up. Be safe.